Hello class, and welcome to the second video for week one. If you are watching this first, I would recommend that you pause and make sure that you refer back to the first video for the week, because I know that many of you may be new to the university. For many of you, this is probably your first semester. I think it's a really good idea for you to watch the previous video to examine very carefully just how you are going to navigate this course. I think it's really important that you do that, so make sure that you watch that video and make sure that you watch this video all the way to the end. So what I'm going to be doing in these videos is just kind of explaining the PowerPoints a little bit, enhancing some of the points, and just really giving you an idea of what to expect on a week-to-week basis in this class. I will review over the readings, I will discuss the assignments, and the goal is for these videos to be under 15 minutes long, because I know that for many of you, you have other things that you need to be doing, you have assignments for this class, so the goal is for these videos to be as efficient as possible. And generally, there will be 2, sometimes 3 videos per week. Here in week one, there are going to be 2. So really important. Let's get started here. So each week, as I mentioned, I will be posting a PowerPoint and videos highlighting some of the key directions and concepts of the class. These should generally be looked at before anything else to give you an idea of what's to come. As you are doing whatever you're doing on Monday morning, this is what I would recommend that you do. Look at the PowerPoint and also listen to the video, just so that you have a clear idea of what is expected of you for the rest of the week. Something else that's important is I don't necessarily want to, I don't like to create videos based around the syllabus, because I think you as students need to take the responsibility. So make sure that you go through the course overview, the semester overview. Read over that material very carefully. It's right above week one, as the other video probably highlights. The course syllabus gets into a lot of the logistics of the class. You will clearly see how you are being assessed, and you will get a general rundown of the weekly schedule. Please note that you will generally have 3 writing assignments due each week. That will change, of course, as we get deeper into the semester, and there are some weeks where maybe there's 2 assignments due, or maybe there's 1 assignment due. But for the most part, expect 3 assignments per week. The weekly schedule and dates clearly lays out what is due when. Your weekly active participation is crucial in order for you to meet the set deadlines for the course. You can identify ways to be successful in the class, also get some general information about me, and also identify how you'll be assessed. So make sure that you click through each of the various parts of the previous section, the course overview, semester overview. As a reminder, on the textbook, this is something that I have emailed you, no doubt, and have made very clear, but you do not need to purchase a textbook for this class. A copy of Bad Ideas About Writing can be downloaded for free under semester overview. I have also sent a copy of this document, this very long PDF file. I believe I sent it to you in the very first email that I sent for the class. There are also additional readings, including ones from the book that you would have had to purchase, Writing About Writing. Those are uploaded as PDFs for you to use. All other non-textbook readings will be put under the corresponding week. So if you ever have any difficulty finding readings for the class, just ask. So one of the readings that you are going to be doing for this week is How to Mark a Book by Mortimer J. Adler. This is not a reading class, okay? But I do like to have this be the first reading of the class, because I think it's really important for you to have an understanding of how to read. You cannot be a good reader, or I'm sorry, you cannot be a good writer without being a good reader. Okay, and some of the things that Adler, these are some sort of the main ideas of the readings. This is by no means comprehensive, and in order to do the corresponding assignment with this essay properly, you need to make sure you read the whole thing. Okay, so Adler discusses the idea understanding how to read between the lines, understanding that to own a book or reading means to mark it up and not worry about keeping it clean, embracing the messiness of annotation. That is something very important that Adler talks about, is the idea of being an active reader as you go through a given class. And given the amount of reading that you're going to be doing in a given semester, not just for English 1010, but all of your classes, you need to be active readers. This reading, my hope is that a lot of what you get from this class, you are able to take with you, not just for 1010, but that it helps you throughout the rest of the semester in all of your classes. Okay, this is the kind of reading that offers guidance for how to read for all of your classes. So something that reading a book does, marking a book, keeps you awake and helps you interact with the text. Some readings, you think about romance novels as an example, and other light reading, like if you're reading on social media, may not require the same level of attention as academic texts. But if you are reading something for class, then you should absolutely be doing active reading. Look at the bullet points carefully for some salient advice on how to mark your readings. Okay? Make sure you do that. All right, so for the discussion board, the first discussion board of the week, of the semester, the very first assignment for the semester. So for your discussion board, please make sure to complete the reading by Mortimer J. Adler, How to Mark a Book. Although this is a composition class, your ability to read will be crucial for your success. Students often have difficulty with getting through college-level material, and Adler provides some really good advice. After you have completed the readings, you will want to spend a paragraph introducing yourself. Provide some basics such as your name, general geographic location, your major, and perhaps a couple fun facts. So letting your classmates get to know who you are. The rest of your discussion board, and for all of the discussion board, your initial post, you want it to be about 200 to 250 words. These should address your thoughts on the reading. What do you enjoy about reading? What don't you enjoy about reading? What reading do you enjoy outside of school? And finally, how can Adler's advice help you throughout the rest of this class? Okay, now for the discussion board, there's 2 points that you really have to take into consideration. There are 2 due dates. Okay, your initial post is always due by Tuesday of a given week at 11:59 p.m. Then your second response, and your second response is always 100 to 150 words. That is due by Friday, August the 27th at 11:59 p.m. Okay, so the email that I sent to you about the week 1 rundown, I kind of explained my thinking behind the due dates and why it's Tuesday, Thursday, Friday. So make sure you read that email. But it's very important that you observe these due dates and get these done as quickly as possible. The wrong way to teach grammar is your second reading of the semester. And something that the author talks about is the idea that centuries of research have shown that grammar lessons simply do not help students better their writing. And I think this is something really important to get into, because I think there are a lot of people who come into this first year writing English class for college and they think, oh, this is just going to be about grammar, isn't it? That's simply not the case. We are going to be discussing a lot of aspects about writing. Grammar is just going to be a very small portion of it. And all of the assignments that you do for this class, almost none of them have to do with grammar specifically. I will be addressing grammar in a general way in your individual readings, but I certainly will not, you will not be doing grammar worksheets. You will not have grammar quizzes. I generally think those are a waste of time. Part of the issue is that students over-edit themselves and focus more on the rules of writing as opposed to what they are actually saying. Students learn to write by actually writing. The author uses statistics to show more progressive English classes that have shifted away from grammar-heavy practices are, in fact, more useful. And the important thing is that we want to base the teaching of writing around research, not nostalgia. Okay, evolving the English class is really important, and that's something that I hope you will be able to see even from this very first week. Your second assignment of the semester, journal entries, they will generally be due on Thursday of a given week. For your first journal entry, you will need to read Michel Navarre-Cleary's The Wrong Way to Teach Grammar. Many students often get caught up in how they are saying something in their writing and not necessarily what they are saying. How does Clearly benefit your thinking about how to approach writing? What expectations would you have about the way grammar is going to be discussed in this class? Also provide an example where the author uses a statistic. What is the value of using statistics in writing? All of the journal entries, you are shooting for about 3/4 to a full page. Make sure that they are at least that length. If you write half a page, you are probably not going to get full credit. It's really important that you get 3/4 of a page. The journal entry, as I mentioned before, is generally due Thursday. Week 1, it is Thursday, August the 26th at 11:59 p.m. Fixed versus growth mindset is the other reading that you are doing for this week. This is a theory, the idea of fixed versus growth mindset. This is a theory that was developed by Dr. Carol Dweck. The author of this piece that you are reading is Maria Popova. Now, Carol Dweck wrote a book about this mindset. I can't have you reading a book about it, so that is why I've chosen this much shorter 4-page reading so that you have a clear understanding of how to read this and how to approach it. So a fixed mindset assumes that our character, intelligence, and creative ability are static givens which we can't change in any meaningful way. Success, then, is the affirmation of that inherent intelligence. Striving for success and avoiding failure at all costs becomes a way of maintaining the sense of being smart or skilled. A growth mindset, on the other hand, thrives on challenge and sees failure not as evidence of unintelligence, but as a heartening springboard for growth and for stretching our existing abilities. Now, I don't know whether you as students have a fixed or growth mindset. That's something that you are going to think about. But the goal for this class, and we're going to talk about this throughout the semester, I'm introducing you to the idea of a growth mindset now, but eventually this is something that you'll write about not just in this essay, but in the literacy narrative that you are going to be writing, as well as the very final essay you're writing for this class. Fixed versus growth mindset applies not only to education, but to personal relationships, romantic, platonic, and parental as well. So this is something that is not just academic in nature. The final assignment that you have for the week is what are called the one-pager essays. So you want to consider 3 questions in response to the reading Fixed versus Growth Mindset by Maria Popova. Do you currently have a fixed or growth mindset about college? How do you know? Use a quote or example from the text to connect with your own mindset. Don't worry about having the wrong answer. I want you to be honest because this will help me work with you. What goals and expectations do you have about this class? Try to be as specific as possible about how you see this class benefiting your overall college goals. How will you use growth mindset in this class? Again, be specific and consider using a quote from the text to help support your case. One-pagers should be a full page. They may be as long as 2 pages. Don't have them be any longer. The one-pager is due by Friday, August the 27th at 11:59 p.m. So that is a summary of the week. If something is ever unclear about the PowerPoint or about this video, make sure that you are sending me a PM through the Discord, or that you are sending me an email, jccuson@memphis.edu. Thank you very much for watching this video. Have a very good first week, and I look forward to communicating with you as we go through this. All right? Enjoy. Have a good one, everyone.